Hey class, welcome to game design, and we're going to be making tutorials using Game Maker's software. Um, the first thing we need to do, hopefully you watched the first video interface, which talked about our menus and some of the objects over here. Um, the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure before we even start, if you have an open Game Maker, open it up. And once you open it up, let's just go ahead and make sure we save our game. So we're going to go to File and Save As. Click on the desktop. If you want to create a folder or put it in your hours folder, that's fine. But we do need to give it a title. And once we do that, hit save. Um, the reason we do that, and as we make adjustments to our game and do anything, make sure we click save once in a while, just in case something would happen, the game would freeze, we'd have to log it out, whatever. At least you have your game saved. Okay. Now, before we even get started, I'm going to show you what we're going to be making. We're going to make a breakout game. Um, this is one I've been working on for TSA. Very simple game, but you wouldn't believe how many hours I spent on this trying to make it to work correctly. Um, so this is their game screen. As you can see, we have our sprites, we have sounds, we have different backgrounds, we have our objects, and then we have our rooms. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play the game, show you kind of what it looks like. And this will be hopefully our final outcome. Now this is the beginning screen, which has a play button and a quit button. As you play the game, you can see the game. These are our stones. They're one stone with three different functions. They destroy and then they damage and then they go from there. You can see this game has 5 lives. As the ball hits the stones and they destroy, you get points. When the ball goes into the green area, which is the die area, that you lose a life. I have a menu up here where I can actually restart the game, which is pretty cool in case something you just want to start over, or you can actually end the game. And this box up here just shows you what level you're on. The bat moves back and forth, and what's cool about Game Maker, you can tell the game how fast you want the ball to go, how fast you want the bat to go, um, what to do. It's all in the programming, which we're going to get to later. Okay, so let's end this game and let's get back to what we're going to be doing. Okay, the first thing this video is about is the sprites. It's right up here. We need to make several sprites here. We need to go up here to the little red, looks like a Pac-Man thing. We need to create a sprite. For organization site, let's just keep the word sprite and the word object whenever we're doing something here. So we're going to call this sprite underscore wall. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the wall. We're going to load the sprite, which means we're going to go to a menu where everything is. In this case, the wall is in the maze box here. And you can see all these different things that are in here. But the wall is way here to the end. And we want the wall block. Wall block. 32 by 32. There's a wall block small. We don't want it. We want the wall block. Hit open. Press OK. We're going to duplicate this sprite so we have two different kinds of blocks in our wall. So all we're going to do is come over here, right click, and we're going to duplicate it, which means we're going to, except right now we're going to change this one to sprite wall 2. And then we're not going to load it, we're going to edit it. So come over here to edit it, which is we're going to open up our editor, sprite editor, double click 02. We're going to make this image a couple sizes bigger so we can see what we're doing. Come over here to image, go down here to button eyes, because we'll make it look like a button. We're going to change the opacity alpha here. We're going to change these numbers to 155. And we're going to change the thickness here to 33. As you can see, this is what it was look like before. This is what it looks like now. It looks like a button. Just press OK. Click OK. Click OK. And hit OK. So now we have two different types of sprites. And remember, sprites are basically our pictures for our objects. Okay, we need to make the bat. Call this sprite bat. Load the sprite. I believe the bat is in the bouncing balls, so we need to move up here to bouncing balls. And it's going to be right over here where we got the bat. So over here we want the large bat. 72 by 16. Okay, hit open, hit OK. We need to make the ball. So we'll call this the sprite ball. Load the sprite, and they're kind of right here. You choose your color. I'm going to stay with the red ball. You pick your color, whatever you want, and you can go back and change it later. Hit OK. Okay, we need to make our stones. Okay, we're going to call this stone. And we're going to load it, and we're going to come back up here in the stone folder right here. And this has three types of stones. The one that's breaking, this is your what I call destroy. The damage shows you that you just get a crack in it, and then if it just says nothing else, we want to make sure we want here that has we don't have any writing on it. We want one that's kind of a solid color, and they're kind of hard to find. It's more of a normal over here. I'm going to stay with the blue normal if I can find it. There it is. That's a skull. Alright, I'm just going to stay with the green. I'll stay with green. You find a color, solid color, hit open, press OK. New sprite. We're going to call this one stone underscore damage. Okay. Load the sprite. Now we got to come over here and find the color you chose and make sure it says damaged. Okay. Press OK. Oop, I got the wrong color, didn't I? Ooh, messed up there. I can change that later. Connect another sprite. This one's going to be called sprite. Oops, forgot my underscore. We'll call this one destroy. Load the sprite. Let's see if I can find the green one that's breaking right there. There's our green stone that's breaking. Okay. Press OK. I need to change this one. I need to load this sprite and go back and find the green. I need to find the green damage. Right there. There we go. See how easy it was to change back if you mess up. Okay. So we have our stones. We have our hit OK. We have our two wall pieces. We have our bat, our ball, our stones. The last thing we need to make is our die. So we're going to call this one die. And we're going to make this one. So instead of loading it, we're going to edit it. And we're going to come over here and click on this little space here. It looks like a little piece of folded paper here. Create a new sprite. We're going to keep the size 32 by 32 because that's going to be the size of our boxes in our room. Hit OK. I'm going to double click on this image 0 here. Double click. And we're going to make this a little bit bigger with a plus sign. Go 2 times. And you're going to pick a color for your die. There's just all kinds of colors you can choose from. Since my ball is green, I think I'm going to go with a red color for my die. Okay, you choose your color. Come over here to the paint bucket, paint the square, and we're done. Okay, click OK. OK, click OK. Alright, this is what this first video is about. Make sure you get this done before you go on to the next tutorial. If you have any questions, please turn on your call light. Thank you.